Hey folks, Bill here with Survival Lore. I want to welcome you back today and thank you for joining me in this next video. Today we're going to go over my machete setup and talk a little bit about it. I'll show you what I put in the kit and the whole system itself. So with that, we'll get into it. First, the baldric setup I put together here was inspired by Bushcraft Kelso. I'm sure a lot of you guys follow him on Instagram and YouTube. Glad to see him making some videos again. One of my favorite people to follow. An inspiration to me. So with that, we'll get over and we'll show you everything in here. So let's get to it, guys. The setup itself is built around the LT Wright Knives Survivorman Machete. This is a collaboration between LT Wright Knives and Les Stroud Survivorman. This is a modified LT Wright's Overland Machete. You can see some of the difference. It's a varied convex grind. So up here we have a more obtuse chopping area. And down here we have a higher convex grind for finer work carving, more using as a knife. This thing's built like a tank, very well put together, nice. For me, I love it because it's a large handle, very good purchase for my large hands. It is a high carbon steel blade, so it will rust if you don't take care of it. I've found it doesn't take that much maintenance. I oil it every now and then when it goes back in the sheath with some either Stable, CLP, or Remington gun oil, whatever it may be. One of the two, it just works. So this is, it's either 1070 or 1075 high carbon steel. The difference I went over between it and the Overland is the varied convex grind. And I believe the Overland has two lanyard holes, one back here and one in the forward. The Survivorman only has the forward lanyard hole. The blade is about 12 inches. It is, I believe, a 16th or not a 16th, an 1/8 inch thick. I much prefer this over a thinner machete. I enjoy my machetes to be rather large knives instead of typical like Latin grass machete or something like that. I want something heavier that I can use almost as a one tool option out here. This is my primary tool I took out with me today. It's heavy enough to do all the chopping, splitting, whatever I may need to do, and with its handle, I'm able to get enough purchase and do whatever I may need to do fine work with. Still controllable with a chest lever, whatever it may be. You can take it here, pull, whatever you need to do firecraft or whatever it may be. So that's the machete. You can see it has the Survivorman logo. A lot of people don't care for the logo. I enjoy it. Truth be told, Les Stroud is one of my big inspirations for even doing videos like this. So I don't mind having that on there. Still watch his YouTube channel and waiting for him to put out some new stuff. So that's the machete. We'll get into that. Like I said, this is, for me, it's a more of a large knife than it is an actual machete. And I appreciate that because that's what I'm looking for. The design, you can see, I love I don't know if you want to call this a modified cat part or like a leaf style blade, but I love the center line that runs down because it gives it more control up there on the fine tip. And if you've ever seen, I carry that Ontario SP46. It's a much similar leaf style blade. I just really enjoy that like cat part leaf style blade like that brings it to a center line tip. It just works for me, and that's more the style I usually tend to run. So set that down and we'll go over the sheath setup. Put in here so you can see a little better. So from the factory, it comes with the double belt loop dangler. It's nice. It gives you, I like the split aspect of it because you can set that between a belt loop and it'll hold it and it's not going to move around on your belt. For me, it's still a little too big to run on a belt, so I put together a baldric rig. This, and I used the inspiration I saw from Bushcraft Kelso's video he did a number of years back. I just took the screws out, put some metal D-rings down here, right here, bought some metal clasps and tri-sliders, and the strap I'm using is just 1-inch tubular climbing webbing. Works very well, very sturdy, it looks nice. I think running this, excuse me, probably knock my hat off, like this over the shoulder, for me is just a nice setup in the woods. It just works. It's right there. It's always accessible, easy to draw. So that's how I carry this. I don't really carry it on my belt, so I wanted to show that. It is a really nice JRE leather, JRE Industries leather sheath. Very well built. Nice weld in it. No complaints about it. I love the holes because it lets me mount stuff to it. It comes with just a plain sheath. Everything on top of this, I added to it. So just so you know that, I know most people kind of understand that. This is what I added to it. Down here, I have about 20 feet of 550 cord wrapped and tied. Secured it on there. It gives me some string if I need it. Different cordage when I take this as a standalone kit, which it can be. So we have the 550 cord for everything we're going to need your general cordage uses for. Right here we have a Leicester River Bushcraft knife pouch, the sheath knife pouch. He makes these are universal to put on different knife sheaths. You can see back here, it just mounts with shot cord and a button release. It is a tight fit on here. This is about as big of a sheath as you're going to fit this on without having to make longer shot cord. So, but it does work. And behind the shot cord on here, I have an XL heat sheets. You guys have heard me talk about this. For me, this is an indispensable part of a survival kit. So it fits perfect right in here, right under that pouch, the knife pouch sheath. That's what's on back, and that's going to be the primary shelter component for this kit. Inside, we have a few things. We have a small survival kit in a tin. We'll go over this in a moment. We have a Victorinox sharpener. I like this. It has a pull through for simple stuff. Then has a ceramic rod here. Has a groove in it for fish hooks, whatever you need. Perfect for running the machete on. Whatever you need to do. It's one of my favorite field sharpeners. It's not my primary sharpener at home, but it is a great field sharpener and fits perfect in this pouch. Next up, we have a hank of bankline. This is number 18. This is only about 20 feet. Still a handy use of cordage. And the last thing in the sheath is the Fresno lens. Doesn't fit in the pouch right, but I wanted to have a method of fire in here that you didn't have to use any consumables. This is going to give you fire as long as you can keep it in that case. Keep it from getting too scuffed and scratched up. That gives you continuous fire. So I always want to have a Fresno lens in all my kits whenever you can fit it. So I'll set this here. The sheath is quite large. You can fit a couple more things if you want. Sometimes I have a Swiss Army knife in there, usually a farmer. I have that in my pocket today, so it's not in here, but you can carry that in there. You don't really need it. I have enough in here to where you don't really have to have that Swiss Army knife capability. So we'll break into the kit. For me, I have all my needs in here. You've seen what I put in a lot of my survival kits, and this isn't going to surprise you. So we'll open it up. It's going to be a little hard to see here. We have a titanium whistle. Same Bargo one. I love those little things. They're perfect for these kind of kits. We have a mini Bic lighter. Easy guaranteed flame. We want to do simple things in survival kits, guys. Remember, you're taking these not with the intention of needing it, but if you need it, you want it to just be simple to use and easy to go. Next up, we have a photon micro light, the photon stream. These are probably the best little survival lights for these kind of kits. The batteries last forever. They're super bright. It's hard to tell here in the daylight, but we have the photon light. Next up, we have a small ferro rod with the hole drilled through. This is going to be your secondary fire starter. Your Bic is still number one, but having an actual fire steel in there is a big thing. We have a about 10 feet, or no, it's about 8 foot of wire. You can use this for snares, repairing things, clothes, whatever it may be. Just a bunch of variable uses for the snare wire. Then we have some fire starters. We have 3 fire plugs in here, enough to get you going. These are wax con. I forget what brand they are. Just you guys know what the fire plugs are. You can find them anywhere on Amazon. We have a signal mirror. This is a Tops signal mirror. Nice, compact, flat. So that's a signal mirror we're going with in this kit. You follow me on Instagram, you may have seen this recently. This is a small folding Japanese pull saw. It is like a mini silky saw. This isn't going to be for processing firewood. You have this to do that. This is for survival situations. It's going to let you carve fine notches for traps. It's going to help you craft things. So that's why I have this in here. Don't be fooled by its size. This thing is a very capable small saw. The teeth are very aggressive, but yet fine enough to do fine tasks for carving traps and stuff. So we have that small Japanese folding saw. Set that there. Got a bug in my eye. Oh, guys, hold on, folks. Okay. Next up, we have a small file tool. You've seen my larger ones. This is just a smaller version of the one I've cut off, ground down the side. You can use it as a striker for flint and steel, and you also have the file aspects of it, and it's also be able to use as a scraper on a ferro rod. So you have the small file tool. Next up, move over. 1 liter Whirl-Pak bag. This is going to be our water source. Those Whirl-Pak bags are awesome. They stand up on their own. Let me get over here. And to go with the Whirl-Pak bag, we have 10 Aquatabs. So that's going to give us the ability to purify 10 liters of water, or make safe 10 liters of water to drink. And in here we just got a couple knuckle bandages. These are large, very, very sticky bandages in case something happens. Your fingers and stuff, that's the most likely stuff to get hurt. That's why I go with these. They'll work on other places, but they're specifically designed to work on fingers a little better. So that's what we have in here. And we also have a small button compass. A lot of people get hung up. They don't really trust these button compasses. They're not made to do large navigation. They are in here for when you know, say there's a road south of you, this is going to be able to point you at least in the right direction of that road. So that's why we have that in there if you want to try and hike out. The last couple things in here, let me move stuff out of here so when it falls I can catch it. We have our large needle that can be used in tandem with the inner strands of the 550 cord. You can use this for repairs on your gear, your clothes, whatever it may be. You can also magnetize this and use it to find direction. So this is a multi-use item, but the most important thing for me, I'm always getting cuts. I like to use this and clean out cuts, dig splinters out when we're working with wood. That's the primary use for the needle for me, but it does have all those multi-functions. So set that over here. And the last thing in here, I'm not going to take them off, but I can show. We have some hooks under the tape. And then we also have a hank of fishing line under. There's about 20 feet in there with, I think, number 8 hooks. So we have the ability to catch fish. Fishing is the easiest way to gain food when you're out in the forest. I know not everywhere has streams and stuff, but generally where I'm at, up here in Pennsylvania, there are creeks everywhere. We live in mountains and valleys. There are trout streams all around me. So there's always, for me at least, and I know that's not the case for everybody, there's always a stream somewhere where I'm going to be able to get food from. So that's why we have that set up like that. It's a very basic kit, but everything in here is going to cover all your needs. We have the shelter blanket on the back, the cordage on the sheath, and the bankline. We have our cutting tool, fire, kindling device, gives you the light, the ability to procure food with the fishing line and the hooks and the snare wire. We have the ability to make water safe with the Aquatabs and the Whirl-Pak bag. And we have the ability with the whistle and the signal mirror to signal for us. So it's a very simple kit, very basic. You don't need a ton to have an effective survival kit. Everything here outside the machete is very obtainable. Nothing's overly expensive. I think the most expensive thing is probably going to be this. I think it's like 20 bucks, but everything else is relatively cheap, under $10. Simple to get. So if you guys have any questions, please drop the comments in there. Let me know what you think of this kit. I did post on this on Instagram a while back, but I did want to do a YouTube video and show everybody the setup. So got to it. Thank you guys. Again, let me know your comments, thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for your continued support as I keep growing. It's nice to get back to where I was before I quit YouTube and started up again. I really am enjoying it this time. I love coming out. My plan was to just do some reading today, and then as I was leaving, I'm like, we might as well do a quick video for everyone. So thank you guys. Thank you for the continued support, and I hope you enjoy the video, and thank you for watching. Till next time.